Hey everybody, it's Mike Toledo with the Toledo Group. I wanted to talk a little bit about appraisal today. As a listing agent, we are the ones that are called for the appraisal, so there are certain things that we do to ensure that the appraisal is performed and the appraiser is catered to in a timely manner. So, the most important thing you can do with regards to the appraisal is to first and foremost, when the appraiser calls, ask questions. Ask the appraiser questions with regards to his knowledge of the neighborhood. If you field a phone call from an appraiser and you don't actually schedule an appointment and have him out, you actually have an opportunity to request a change in appraisers if you feel the appraiser isn't as versed as he should be in the neighborhood that you're appraising a house in, right? Everything counts. Local knowledge goes a long way. If an appraiser calls you and uses the wrong word or says the street name wrong, it's a pretty clear indicator that he's not 100% certain what the street's called, probably doesn't know much about the neighborhood, so it's a big red flag. The second thing that you need to do is once you do make the appointment with the appraiser, you need to make sure you show up at the appraisal, and you need to be there for the appraisal the entire time. You need to have a list of anything and everything that the seller has done to improve the house. I would pull my own comps that I think justify the house. I would handwrite specific notes on each property and why this property was expensive, why this one was less expensive. This one's right close to the street, this one's close to that, this one's behind a school, that one is walking distance from, this one has no negatives, whatever the scenario is. The more you can detail, the more you can ensure that he can make the best decision that he or she wants to can make. Doesn't mean that they're going to take your information and use it. Not at all, but if you're not giving it to them, then they don't have anything to use. So it's important that you do give it to them so that in the event that they will look at it, they look at it, right? Because who knows more than you, the person who's selling the house in the neighborhood these days? Because prices are going out of control, right? So you got to justify sometimes not just the value, but the emotional reasons. Why did the buyer want to pay this money in this neighborhood? Value. So there are some intangible values, things that you can't find in data. I can't pull data for the emotional increase in prices. Houses are selling $150,000 past the market value today in certain parts of the west side. Well, what's emotional value worth? Well, it's worth $100,000 to $150,000 on every house that I'm seeing close, and even $200,000 in some places. And that's not because the house is worth that much. It's just what that buyer is willing to pay to get that house in that moment, given whatever they've been through up to this point. Whether it's losing a lot of houses, having a new kid. There's 1,000 reasons why somebody needs to move to their new space. So these are the real things that are at play when taking that into consideration.